hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to Social Science class. Children, we have completed 4 chapters. Do you remember? Yes. First chapter, Europe in Transition. Second chapter, Frontier to Power. Third chapter, Resistance and the First War of Independence. And fourth chapter, India towards a new era. Today, we are going to discuss the 5th chapter. It's based on economics. The chapter is Economic Sources. Students, have you heard the project Sampurna? You might have heard from your class teachers. Sampurna, which collects and records all details related to each and every student of the school. Look at the picture. This is a sample of the details of parents' occupation recorded by a teacher as part of Sampurna. Occupation such as farming, employed at hotels, teaching, employed in factories, government service, medical field. You might be familiar with all these occupations. These occupations are called economic activities because they generate income, which means we earn money from these activities. Students, among these, some are related to agriculture sector. Children, can you tell other sectors to which these activities are related? Yes, industry, services, business, construction work, cattle farming, painting, employed in bank, driving, workshop, fishing. So, what is primary sector? The sector involving activities making direct use of natural resources is called primary sector. As activities related to agriculture form a major part of it, this sector is also called agricultural sector. So students, what is the other name of primary sector? Yes, it's agricultural sector. Now, let's discuss secondary sector. There are economic activities that manufacture goods making use of the products of primary sector as the raw materials. Such activities are known as secondary sector. As it gives more importance to industrial activities, it is also called industrial sector. So, what is the other name of secondary sector? Yes, very good. It's industrial sector. Now, let's learn about tertiary sector. Service sector collects and distributes products of primary and secondary sectors. In addition to this, service sector includes education, transport, banking, IT, etc. Tertiary sector includes all services. It is also called service sector. So, what is the other name of tertiary sector? Yes, it's service sector. Economic growth takes place when primary, secondary and tertiary sectors function as a whole. For example, raw cotton, a product of primary sector, is a raw material to the textile industry. The services of transport and communication are essential for supplying these products to the customers. All these are services of tertiary sector. Hope you understood how all these 3 sectors are interrelated. Students, have you heard about CSO? CSO stands for Central Statistical Office. It's an institution that works under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, MOSPI. Now, let's have a look on the important functions of CSO. Coordinate and analyze data. Collect data of all sectors and process it for planning purpose. Estimate national income using data. Let's summarize today's class. What we learned today? Yes, we learned economic activities and the three sectors, that is primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Hope you all have understood the topic well. We will meet in the next class with the rest of the chapter. Be safe, be happy. Thank you.